नमस्कार सभी को। This video I have taken basic concepts of economics. So now the videos which I will be uploading, I will be covering the basic concepts from the economics. Three topics I will be taking in one video. I hope this will help you. So let's start the basic concepts of economics. Human wants, goods and utility. These three topics which I will be discussing. So human wants. Wants means it in a very simple or in a formula of base I have written desires to acquire plus an effort to acquire it. That means anything which is backed by the desire, that means desire or willingness to use and an effort or paying capacity, that is a want. Want, if any product or if any commodity has got a desire to be used and an effort is made to purchase that commodity, then it is said there is a want. So for want, two essential situations is required. What is that two situation or condition? Desire to acquire plus effort to acquire it. Now, want can be of two types, primary want and secondary want. So, usually under primary, essential wants are required, covered. For example, food, clothing, education, health, right? These are some basic minimum needs which is required by human beings. So, these are considered as a primary want. Remember, if anything which satisfy a human wants, for example, for a chain smoker, cigarette is a primary need because it satisfies its need. Therefore, that cigarette can also be considered as a primary need. Whereas under secondary want, what all goods are required, what all things are included, all the comforts and luxuries. Now, when I say comforts, it is all electronic goods like refrigerator, television, ceiling fan, or microwave oven, laptop, right, tablet, whatsoever, all the electronic goods. And when it comes to luxury, it usually refers to jewelry and motor cars, etc. So you see, want has got two classification. Primary includes all those essential commodity which is required to live standard to maintain a basic standard of a living. That includes food, clothing, education, health, water, right? These are all primary, which is essential. Essential needs are primary wants. And under secondary, all the comforts and luxuries are covered. Then goods. Goods is something which is tangible commodity. Tangible means which can be physically seen and touched. Okay. And commodity means anything which satisfy human wants. So commodities can be tangible or intangible. That means you see I have made an arrow. That arrow represents that commodities can be of two types, goods and services. Goods is something which is tangible, which can be seen, which has a physical existence. Whereas services is something which you can feel. For example, services given by a teacher. My teaching is a service to you, which you can feel and you may satisfy. Services given by a doctor, advocate, okay, their services you can feel but you cannot see, right? So these are all considered as intangible. So you see commodities, under commodities you have two types of things, tangible and intangible. Tangible means which can be seen and touched, and intangible which cannot be seen and touched. Now let's move to the classification of goods. You see, there first is free and economic goods. Free goods means anything which is vital, which is essential for human lives and which is free. For example, you see oxygen or air, I would say air. Air is vital for human lives and it's free. And economic goods means any goods which is scarce, right? Which is scarce, which is not in abundant, which is scarce. And for that, which has some got positive market value. Now, if with say for water in desert areas, okay, water in desert area is a scarce good. It has got price, right? So it is an economic goods. Whereas the same water, if it is available, it is a free good when it is available in the lake areas or river areas or any places which is situated on the bank of particular river, right? Then there is a consumer and producer good. Consumer goods which are used for the consumption purpose only, and producer goods which is used for the production purposes. Like for example, if I say the sugar we used to take in tea or coffee or in shakes, mango shakes and milkshake whatsoever, for that time that sugar is a consumer good. Because we are using it for our consumption. Now the same sugar, if it is used by a confectionery or bakers, the person or the shops where the cakes are being made, pastries are made, for them the sugar is a producer good, because that sugar is help them to make a product, to make a finished product which is ready to sell. So this is the basic difference between consumer and producer goods. Then there is a private and public goods. Private goods is goods which is exclusively used by a person. For example, if I take a bread, that bread can only be used by me, not by other. So private goods usually refers to those goods which is used by one person but cannot be used by another person. Whereas under public goods, it is available for everyone. For example, parks, gardens, there you see so many exercise equipments, right? So this that all those things are available for everyone. It's not a private. Got it? Then durable, non-durable and durable goods. Non-durable, which is not used, which cannot be used for the long time, whereas under durable, which can be used for over a long period of time. So usually under durable, all the electronic goods are come, electronic and comfort and luxury goods. Whereas under non-durable, it's usually seasonal goods, you may say, or perishable goods like your vegetables, milk, fish, right? So these are the non-durable goods. Then intermediate and final goods. Now intermediate goods is something which is in the process, and final goods which is formed and ready to sell in the market. So intermediate, if the goods is in the process, for example, if you take the woods from the forest for making furniture, so when you put the woods into the machinery in order to form furniture, that time it is an intermediate when it is in the processing. When you complete it with the furniture, when the furniture is completed, that means it is ready to sell in the market, then it becomes a final good. Then one is also their necessaries, luxuries and comfort. Here necessary, all those goods which is minimum, bare minimum needs which is required by humans for satisfaction of their wants. Then there is a comforts, where you see all the electronic goods, and luxuries, under that you come up with the jewelry and motor cars. So this is about the goods. Then last is utility. Utility is nothing but it's a want satisfying power of a commodity. If any commodity has a power of fulfilling the satisfaction, then we say that the commodity has a utility. For example, I as a teacher, for me chalk and this board has got a utility, because I use those chalk to come up with my teaching aids, right? Chalk, duster, board is utility for me because it helps me to produce something. It satisfies my needs. My need is to produce a teaching aid, okay, a teaching video. For that I need all these things, the camera and everything which helps me to come up with a successful video. So all those things which helps me to create a video proper, everything has got its utility: chalk, duster, this board and this camera which I'm holding, right? So this is utility. So utility is want satisfying power. Now utility, usually if I talk about the features of utility, it's a repetitive, or you say it's a psychological, it is more of a psychological thing. One of the economist, Marshall, right, he said that utility can be measured in numbers. So for that he come up with a theory which is called cardinal approach, which I will be taking in the next video when we will be discussing exclusively the utility theories. So I'm just saying utility. Two economists have proven their theories about how to calculate a utility, how you can calculate, or you can give exact numbers about your satisfactions. They say that utilities can be numbered. And another economist, which is Hicks and Allen, they say that economics that utility can only be given as a ranking. You cannot count, but you can give the ranking certainly. So this is one of the features. Let's see the forms. What are the form? First is form utility. Now form utility, see, wood which is in the forest, it can be changed into a table. So here this is a form utility. That means that logs of wood has been converted into a table. That gives a form utility. Place utility. Sometimes it happens for a person. The person who is living in Mumbai, they have got a utility of living in Mumbai rather than living in Kolkata. If a person is brought up in Mumbai and is having a job and education all in Mumbai, so that Mumbai place has it utility in, for that person, not Kolkata. That is the place utility. That means the place where you reside, that place has got utility for you. Then service utility. Service utility, you see, utility may be created by performing services. Services, you say the services of a teacher, doctor, lawyer, they are also adding a utility to the society. By giving their services, they are adding utility to the society. And time utility, the last, it says utility can also be created by making some stock of goods at one period of time. I'll give an example to understand this. For example, Food Corporation of India (FCI), they usually have a huge godown where they keep all the grains and pulses and extra surplus harvested grains, cultivated things, right? So this FCI creates time utility by creating a buffer stock of food grains in the harvesting season and releasing the same at the reasonable price in the lean season. That means FCI creates utility, time utility, by preserving the excess produced goods in their warehouse and the release from their warehouse when it is needed. So this is the utility. Utilities means when you add importance or satisfaction from that thing, that is utility.